like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
In the wild, you either hunt or get hunted. That's just the unsaid rule of survival. Different species usually pick up fights they know can be won. However, just like us, there are times when animals pick fights with the wrong opponent. From a stupid hippopotamus to an elephant playing catch with lions, here are 10 land animals that regretted picking the wrong fight. Number 10. Rhinos teach hippo a lesson. There's something unbelievably riveting about watching two of Africa's biggest and heaviest animals, the hippo and rhinoceros, battling it out in the thick. Or is that just me? Anyway, somewhere near the airstrip in the Mala Mala Game Reserve, a national park in South Africa, footage was recorded by the reserve's head ranger. A hippo that was clearly way in over its head can be seen trying its luck with a group of rhino. The area surrounding the airstrip was already barren, and the hippo wandered right into the rhino's territory. These rhinos just didn't like another chunky boy waltzing into their territory. The head ranger also noted that such an interaction was rare, and fights between huge animals were unnatural at best. A side note, a group of rhinos is called a crash. Don't ask why, I don't know either, but I'm sure that one unlucky hippo flight might have figured it out. Number 9. Wasp versus tarantula. Ah yes, the creepy crawlies of the wild, wild west. These guys get into fights too, and although they might not be anywhere as huge as other animals, they can get down and dirty. This footage was recorded by a 9-year-old kid resident in Sonoran Desert, Arizona. Here's an epic battle between a giant tarantula and a spider-killing wasp, also known as the tarantula hawk. The footage showed the tarantula hawk, or spider killer, trying to paralyze its enemy by stinging it. After stinging its prey and paralyzing it permanently without killing it, the wasp would then drag it into its lair, where it would lay a single egg inside the tarantula's abdomen. When the egg hatched, the little baby wasp would start eating the spider from the inside out, while the spider would still be alive and in tremendous pain. Does nature always have to be so gruesome about these things? In this scenario, the wasp was trying to look for a host for its babies, and the tarantula was trying not to get turned into a wasp incubator. That's some pretty heavy stuff right there. Who would you root for? Number 8. Adelie penguin versus petrel. One should never underestimate a penguin. This mistake can cost you dearly. A giant petrel discovered this and lives to tell its encounter with so much shame. In this video, emperor penguin chicks were walking beautifully on the snow in a group, minding their own business when a giant petrel appeared. The chicks try running, but that's not their strong suit, as some of them topple over and fall. The petrel rushes for the penguin that's fallen and grabs it by its neck feathers. It manages to escape, and all the chicks form a standoff, a tight defensive circle with their bodies, making sure the petrel doesn't penetrate them. The petrel becomes defiant and lays there waiting and strategizing. As their standoff continues, the feistiest penguin arrives, raging with brevity, and puts itself between the chick penguins and the petrel. This is the Adelie, and you dare not mess with it. The petrel shamelessly rushes and flies off in defeat. Adelie the rescuer accompanies the chicks. Number 7. Python against mother leopard. This epic of all battles had a very gloomy backstory. It all started when a leopard mother went out to search for food for her cub. Almost at the same time, a hungry python was looking for its next meal. The mother leopard left her baby in the bushes when the snake lurked close to it and ate it at the first opportunity. On the other side, the leopard came back after hunting her prey, but the baby was nowhere to be found. She would have never known what happened to her baby, but the python regurgitated the baby right there, and the mother leopard saw it. She waited for the python to take her revenge, and thus began one of the most epic battles of survival. When the two came face to face, the snake had the upper hand initially, as it tried to constrict the leopard. But he was up against a big cat, with its stunning agility and reflexes. The way he freed himself from the wraps of the python was truly, truly amazing. She took her revenge properly before the snake fled the scene, but the mother's loss was unimaginable. Number 6. Wild dogs against lioness. Hey, hats off to the lioness who took a beating for her cub. In Africa, no other predator has a more successful hunt than wild dogs. And here in this clip, a big pack of wild dogs was all ready to take on a lioness and her cub. Looking closely, the lioness hid the cub under her legs when a pack of dogs surrounded her. The lioness was full of aggression when dogs attacked her, and during one such peak moment, a dog came near her cub and she struck back. The dogs violently bruised her, and a fight began. The cub ran to the opposite side, and a dog chased him, but fortunately came back to its pack. Number 5. Sloth versus harpy eagle. The harpy eagle holds the crown as the most powerful eagle in the world, and it also happens to be the sloth's main predator. Being the largest and most powerful raptor in the Americas, you'd assume that a confrontation between the much slower, seemingly defenseless sloth and the massive eagle would always end up with the raptor flying off with dinner in its talons. But when push comes to shove, the underdogs, the sloth in this case, take the fight to their predators. You can see how the sloth here throws in a punch or two and manages to scare the eagle away. Number 4. Scorpion versus ants. See this lonely, solitary scorpion? Look at the audacity. He found an ant alone and ate it. Okay, but then he liked the taste of it so much that he went into an ant colony and invaded them by attacking individual ants, snapping them in half, and eating them. He took it as too easy a task, but ants are notorious for war, and they waged one against this scorpion. When dozens of ants mobbed inside the colony, the scorpion decided to flee the scene. But hey, no offense to the scorpion, ant warfare doesn't work like that. They believe in winning the war instead of ending it. So hundreds of them went after the animal and ate him alive. A terrible end for the scorpion. Number 3. Porcupine injures dog. It's well known in the animal kingdom that porcupines are creatures you don't want to mess with for the most obvious reasons. They're quills. They'll stick you with them, and it's gonna hurt getting them out. But if you don't believe us, here, see it for yourself. When this dog, Mahalo from Canada, approached the porcupine in question, the poor guy ended up looking like this. Mahalo and his other dog friends were playing around in their owner's territory, minding their own business, when they happened to stumble upon a porcupine. They actually just wanted to play with him, but little did they know porcupines aren't that friendly and don't really want to play around with dogs. The porcupine got irritated so much that it literally barred the poor dogs to death with its quills. It's easy to look at the picture and laugh at the dog, but in reality, it almost killed him, and his fellow dogs were equally injured. His owner quickly took him to the vet and got him the surgery he needed, which fortunately saved his life, although surgery is a pretty painful process too. Number 2. Entertaining prey. The next clip shows what is perhaps the most embarrassing hunt fail from a leopard in a South African national park. These cats are known to be strong, stealthy, and crafty hunters, and although they're adapted to run incredibly fast, they prefer to rely on the element of surprise to catch their prey. They have to be perfectly tuned to their hunting arenas to use camouflage to their advantage. Watch as this young leopard expertly creeps up on an unsuspecting warthog, but finds itself puzzled when the foraging hog doesn't satisfy its desire for the expected short chase that typically finalizes the ambush strategy. It's only moments later, when the leopard's given up on anticipating a chase, that the witty warthog makes a dash for dear life, leaving the besmirched leopard completely bemused as to its next move. Number 1. Elephant versus lion. Lions don't usually hunt elephants. It seems impossible that even a sizable pride of lions can take down prey that's as huge as an adult elephant. But when the lonely and harsh wild fails to offer any choice in the way of snack or dinner, the desperate times call for desperate measures. And for a small pride of lions, resident to the vast plains of Serengeti, a tiny elephant is a tempting target. A few problems present themselves, however. How will they get past the impenetrable barricade encircling the young and defenseless month-old calf? And then there's the aggressively defensive elder brother who's almost literally feeding the lions a chock full of dust. Eventually, the lions realize their strength and wit are no match for the elephant's solid defensive front, even if they did manage to get past the calf-protective elder brother. They must go hungry for yet another night. Well, that's it for today, folks. What's the best fight between animals you've ever witnessed? Did the prey win? Let us know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing daily content. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.